The Indus Water Treaty provided a huge amount of water to Pakistan with very less amount of water to India. Not just that, it has been decades since the Indus Water Treaty was signed in, and India did not even fully utilize the amount of water that was transferred to it. However, a decade back, India decided that India is going to start using the water that was allocated to us. Right, the moment we said that, Pakistan went to international forums criticizing this move, wherein we were in right for actually trying to use the water that has been officially given to us by the Indus Water Treaty. Right, and now what is happening is India, we are coming up with the requirement of renegotiation of the treaty, to which again Pakistan is raising voices against. So we will see in this video that can the renegotiation happen? Is renegotiation within the ambit of the existing Indus Water Treaty? What is the rationale behind it? And is Pakistan's criticism called for or an uncalled for criticism? All this and much more is what we will see in this video. So let's get started with the news. The news this time around with respect to Indus Water Treaty is with respect to India sorting, means looking for what? Looking for the modifications, renegotiation of the 1960 Indus Water Treaty that already exists. Now, why is there a need for such? We will see that as well. Whereas as far as Pakistan has concerned, Pakistan has raised objection even when we used our share of the water. So when we are talking about renegotiation, of course, Pakistan would not be quite willing to do that, and that is exactly what has happened. Pakistan has not responded to India's notices. Right, that is the whole point of it. In addition to that, Pakistan has kept on doing state-sponsored terrorism in India. Right, so if such kind of a thing happen from Pakistan in India, of course, we cannot even let the water flow in Pakistan, because we are having that power, but still we are sending the notices legally in order to come to the table and renegotiate, to which Pakistan has not responded. So let us see what is our argument for renegotiation. Before we move ahead, important announcement with respect to new batches that are starting both for regular as well as weekend batches. The regular batch is going to run from Monday to Friday. The weekend batch is specifically for the working professional, which will take place on weekends alone. The latest batch will start on 3rd of August. And you have batches in September and November as well. But if you are targeting 2027, August batch is the one for you. The same is the case with weekend batch. The next batch starts on 8th of August. Then you have a couple of more batches. But if you are targeting it next year, the 8th August batch is the one to go for you. Now, the importance of Legacy IAS Academy over anyone else is many. However, some are listed here. The most important being a maximum batch size of only 40 students plus one-on-one mentorship and regular interaction with the faculties themselves. The current affairs here are also covered in live classes itself. So here you will get basically the special or the personal attention because of the small class size and one-on-one mentorship. In addition to this, those who are aspiring for 2027 UPSC, you should be enrolling with optional as well, and ensure that you are done away with your optional before you go in for full-fledged prelim studies. So we are offering the optional courses as well. In fact, even the 2028 aspirants can get their optionals done with right now itself. The batch will start from 17th of August. The most popular and the most scoring and the most easiest optionals all are present with Legacy IAS Academy. For example, psychology, which will be taken by the founder himself, that is Sagar sir. Then you have PSIR taken by Harshit sir, who is masters in international relations. All of them have, of course, given multiple personality tests as well. Then you have Gaurav sir who takes anthropology, it is one of the most sought out optional paper with its limited syllabus size. The next limited syllabus size is that of sociology, which is also present over here. So if you want to enroll for optional courses or the GS Foundation, you can simply download the app or call on the numbers that are on your screen. Now let's move ahead with the news. So the question is, why is renegotiation being sorted? See, the idea is the river changes its watershed management, the watershed area. The river changes its course. The requirements are different. The climate change is happening, as a result of which this treaty, which is almost 7 decades old, it's around 66 years, so close to 7 decades old treaty, does not showcase the present dynamics of the climate change, of the water scarcity, and the recent geopolitics as well, as a result of which there is a need. So we need new treaty, renegotiation because of this, plus the new water management techniques, scientific knowledge, climate change, as I have already mentioned, gives rise to the requirement for renegotiation. Not just that, it is a global practice also. In the world, there are around 250 cross-border rivers that are there, and for them around 800 agreements exist, which are modified every now and then with respect to the changing needs, changing requirements, changing scenario, changing climate, and the changing course of river as well. So this very well justifies the renegotiation. Now, the question is, does the Indus Water Treaty itself allows the modification or not? So the answer here is definitely yes, it allows. It has a built-in provision. The provision is included in Article 7 that allows basically the permanent Indus Commission to undertake new engineering and drainage works through mutual cooperation. So through mutual cooperation it can be done. Then there is Article 12 that permits modification of treaty provisions from time to time, and it's been 66 years. In fact, this sentence itself shows that more frequent renegotiations should take place, which is a provision in the treaty itself. Now, the question is, why is the present treaty being considered as inadequate? That is because this present treaty does not address climate change, groundwater management, water quality issues, environmental flow, modern integrated river basin management techniques. All that is, of course, not in this treaty, because it was signed in 1960. Right, and things change. So climate change was not as such an issue or thought of or taken care of at that time, but now it is, as a result of which it demands renegotiation. Now if we compare it with modern treaty agreements, so Indus Water Treaty focuses mainly on implementation, and the modern agreements are based on joint river basin management. The multiple stakeholders involved, they manage it jointly. In Indus Water Treaty, there's limited flexibility, whereas in the treaties all around the world, regular review and adaptive management is done. Over here, there is no comprehensive water quality framework in modern treaties that exists. Static institutional design, whereas here it is dynamic management mechanism in the modern treaties that are present. So we have to, with respect to Indus Water Treaty, also move ahead with the modern approach. Now, the climate change strengthens the case of negotiation, as we have already discussed. There have been studies by IIT Gandhinagar talking about the climate change and its impact. Then the eastern river basins have witnessed 20% decline in the annual rainfall. So the eastern side, which is basically Indian side also, when it comes to this treaty, right, what has happened is there is a more decline of the water or the rainfall. So that is why renegotiation is needed. Western river basins have experienced relatively stable precipitation. The side that goes to the Pakistan occupied Kashmir and then goes to Pakistan, that side has basically had, especially we are talking about the Pakistan side, right? Even the Pakistan occupied side is on the eastern side and it's an integral part of India, but the one that goes into Pakistan, the western side, is basically more stable, hence renegotiation needed. the overall significance basically of this renegotiation would be what? It would be to ensure that the contemporary water management challenges are addressed by the renegotiated treaty. The dynamic changes, the precipitational changes, the new modern techniques and management techniques are incorporated, and it will not just be the right thing to do, but also the best thing with respect to the water management itself. Thank you.